How's it going, everybody? eCom Tommy with another video coming at you guys. In this video, I want to talk about how eBay is stealing your money and you might not even know it. So for a lot of people out there, some people don't even know that this is a possible thing. You can partially refund people on eBay. So say, you're in my course and you follow what I teach you, you will be partially refunding people if they're complaining about something, in order to just negate a chance for a negative feedback. You don't want any negative feedbacks. You don't want any buyers complaining. So why not offer them a $10 refund or a $5 partial refund or a $20 partial refund, say the item comes damaged or anything like that, not on time. Just anytime there's a customer complaining, then I teach to partially refund your customer. And this is, you're going to want to talk with your customer about it and get them to agree to a partial refund. So this is one example of a partial refund here. You're going to click down on the drop down button box here and you would click view PayPal transaction. It popped out here because I've already partially refunded. So on this one you would drop down, and then this is an old one, so I don't believe it talks about partial PayPal transactions. But so if you are partially refunding somebody for any way, shape, or form, you're going to go through PayPal and then you're going to partially refund them that way. And that's how it's going to work. That's how to keep your customers satisfied, keep your store happy, keep everybody happy in this situation. But what happens and how is eBay stealing your money? eBay is stealing your money because if you partially refund through PayPal, you will get your PayPal fees back for that amount of partial refund. So say it's $20, you'll get the 2.9% back on $20. But you won't get the 30-cent transaction fee back. That's fine. I mean, 30 cents per every refund or per every transaction. It's not a big deal. The biggest deal here is that eBay has no way to contact PayPal or for them to connect for you to be able to get your partial refund fees back for the eBay fees. So it's 9.15% eBay fees. And if you partially refund $20 back, that's about $2 that they just didn't give you any fees back on. So how do you go about it? How do you know it's happening? Well, first off, I can tell you that there's a good chance that it is happening if you are just partially refunding. A full refund through eBay's system. What is that? Say somebody returns an item and you refund them through that, or if you just cancel the order or anything like that where it goes completely through eBay, then they can pick up on it and they're going to give you your fees back most likely. But I would still double check. You can double check in your actual, your seller account. There's all your fees for the month in there. But if you partially refund and you go into PayPal in order to do so, then it's not going to work. You will most likely not get your fees back. So in this little slide right here I made you guys, I'll break down everything for you guys on how to actually go about getting them back. So let's click on here. Let's click present. And this is for partial refunds on eBay when you go through PayPal. So only for partial refunds through PayPal. So you go through PayPal, you go into that transaction, you say, hey, there was a damage in the table, I'm going to give you $20 back. The most of the time that we're giving partial refunds, we're going to our supplier first and we're asking what they can do to help us out here. So, if they can give us $20, usually I'll offer my buyer $15 back because they like to, kind of counter argument that. And I know that's going to happen. So if I offer them 15 and they come back and go, oh, well, 20, then I'll be like, okay, because I knew that I already got 20 back no matter what, and I'll give it to them. But I knew that if I started off at 20, they'd go, oh, 25, then I'd lose $5. So it's kind of a psychological effect here, but that's kind of what I do. So like I said, eBay won't automatically give you your fees back. You're going to have to do something about it and be proactive about it. What I would do is keep track of them. Keep yourself an Excel sheet. Keep yourself a Word document. Keep yourself whatever you're using to keep track of your orders. For, inside of my course, I'll give you an order sheet and you can just put it in the notes section next to the orders. You can do whatever you want. The world's your oyster on this one. Just keep track of it because, I checked on my newest account that I've done about like 90,000 in sales on the last 3 months because it's only been open for 3 months. It was, I think, 7 cases where I had to partially refund somebody. So, I've kept track of it and I've called in on some of them. I just have to call in on the most recent ones now. So it's 7. Some of them are some pretty expensive items. Some of them were some pretty hefty, returns or some partial refunds. So, I'm looking at couple $100 that, I would have never gotten back if I didn't do this. So this was very, very, very rampant back in the day, or, when we were doing tons of transactions, Amazon onto eBay, doing hundreds of transactions a day. That's where it was a lot more rampant and there was a lot more issues that were coming through. That's why I always am telling people, if you're doing a ton of sales every single day, there's a high chance that you're not tracking every single fund or fee or something that doesn't come back to you or does come back to you. And it's just way too much work. So what are you going to do? You're going to call eBay. You can call their regular customer service number. For people that are inside of the course, I provide them a secret customer service number that, you're always going to get an American customer service worker when you call this number. So you can call that. You can call the regular one where you're going to get some sort of outsourced virtual assistant or whatever. And then just talk with them. Tell them, hey, I partially refunded a customer on this order. Sometimes they'll ask for the order ID. Sometimes they'll ask for the customer name and the item ID. Whatever it is, just make sure that you have it on deck and just provide it to them. What I would do is I would just save up a couple at once. I don't know how far they can go back. I believe it's probably 3 months that they can go back and refund you for it. So, save up, them all for 1 month. Say the month of July or the month of August. Then you have 3 for the month of July. You go on August 1st and you call them and you say, hey, I partially refunded these 3 orders. Can you please give me my funds back? And then, they'll say, oh, yeah, of course. It's pretty stupid, in my opinion, that eBay doesn't have. They can definitely see it. They can look at what you tell them and say, oh, yeah, wow, I did notice that there is a partial refund there and we didn't give you your fees back. So they can obviously see it on their side. I don't know why they do it. I don't know if it's because it's not going all through them. Like on Amazon, all the money is going through Amazon. We're on PayPal. on eBay, it's going through PayPal and eBay at the same time. It's 2 different things. I don't really know what the main issue is, but it kind of pisses me off, and I wanted to make sure, because I didn't know that a lot of people didn't know this, and I've known about this for a while, and I was just telling somebody the other day, and they're like, no way, that's a real thing. So I wanted to make sure that everybody out here, sees it and can make sure that they can take action upon it. So like I said, this is for partial refunds that are through PayPal. If you're going to go into the PayPal transaction, partial refund somebody, you'll see where it says refund. Once you click refund, it'll say partial refund or it'll say full refund, and you can change the number to whatever you want. So always go to your supplier first. Say, hey, there's a damage here. This didn't show up. Something like that. Oh, it showed up late. What can you do for me? They'll offer you a certain amount. Always try to get the most out of your supplier as possible. And then from there, go and try to offer that refund back to your customer, but offer them something lower than what you get offered at first, because it's a psychological game. They're going to come back with something higher, probably exactly what you want them or what you got offered. You accept it, then you go into PayPal, you offer the partial refund, and you're golden. Then after that, call into eBay. Make sure that they're giving it to you back. There's a chance that they could have. There's a chance. There's a good chance. There's a slight chance. Not a good chance. But, there's a chance that they don't give it back to you, and I don't want to play that game of them just stealing your money. I don't like when eBay is just taking random fees for no reason. I hope you don't either. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it short and informative. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel for more tips, tricks, and everything like this. And if you do subscribe, or when you do subscribe, please hit the bell notification, because that's the only way you will actually get notified of new videos that I'm posting weekly, hopefully 3 a week from now on. And yeah, that's it. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.